All right, so communicating without English, taking the No English Challenge, but what are some methods of teaching through interpretation? Well, there's a number of different ways. So how can you teach without English? Use objects, use props, use examples. So to give you an example, to illustrate this, I was learning Korean in Korea, in Seoul, and it was a very diverse classroom. We had people from Japan and Indonesia and Bangladesh and all different countries that didn't have, common languages. So if the professor tried to just translate something, it would be sort of lost in translation. So she had to use props and pictures so that everyone could interpret the things for themselves. And it's the same thing in your classroom. You want to make sure that you give those sort of props and other examples so that people can be creative and interpret things for themselves. So you should be creative as well. Think about everything right here. There's chairs, there's tables, there's different objects you can talk about. There's different colors. There's look in the room. There's green, there's white, there's black, there's blue. There's masculine and feminine. There's he's a student, she's a student. There's so many different things. There's numbers. Just be creative and use different ways to communicate through interpretation. Use examples. This is something I love, is using examples, and something that people can really relate to, because if you say, I am from a small town, then they might not understand. So say a clear example that people know. I am from Kazakhstan. Clearly they know that you're talking about a location. So say that, use an example, use yourself as an example. My name is Andrew, what is your name? My name is Andrew, what is your name? So use yourself as an example. Let the students use an example. I like to use this sort of pattern of example, question, so they can hear what it sounds like, they can hear what the question sounds like, they can let it sort of reflect on that, and then they can hear it again and know how to answer it. The bottom line is, there's many different ways of teaching through interpretation and having the students get it for themselves. The bottom line is that you don't want to just give phrases and words for the students to repeat like parrots. You want them interpreting it for themselves.